Hey guys, welcome back to Backyard Barbecue. Today we are making pulled pork and honey smoked cornbread on the Pit Boss 1100 Pro Series. You do not want to miss this one. Stick around. Alright guys, for our binder we are using some yellow mustard. This will help our seasoning stick to our pork butt. We're going to give it a light coating. This will not change the flavor of the pork. The mustard's there just to act as a glue for the rub to stick. So we'll get this rubbed in. You don't want to go too heavy or too light, just in between. You can also do the fat side. You want some seasoning on there. Get this coated. Let's flip it around. A little bit more on here. Okay, once we get our mustard on here, that. And we're gonna put our seasoning on. For our seasoning today, we're gonna be using some of the Weber Dry Rub KC Barbecue. You can use whatever kind of rub that you like. Honestly, this has a little bit of sweet, a little bit of heat to it. It's gonna look great for this pork. We're gonna get this sprinkled on. We want to get this coated fairly decent. Don't be afraid now of, putting it on there. Give it a good coating, and pat her on. You also want to make sure the sides get covered. This is actually going to add some good color too. It does have some paprika. In the rub. Get this side here. Once you think it's coated well, we are going to coat the bottom half on the fat side. You don't have to be perfect on this. I just want to add some. Let's see this side. Now with this pork butt, I'm not trimming any fat, guys. I'm just going to leave it how it is. This is going to be used for doing some pulled pork sandwiches. So we're not going to be trimming any of the fat off. I haven't really decided if we're gonna let it ride the whole time unwrapped or if we are gonna wrap it once it hits about 160, 165. We'll kind of play it by ear. Get this touched up here. Perfect. Okay. The rub's on. It's got some good color already to that rub. I like that rub. It smells good. This stuff tastes pretty good too. Okay, we're gonna get her out to the smoker. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're outside for our smoked pork butt today. We're gonna be using Bear Mountain barbecue woods. We are using the gourmet blend. Great pellets. I just have the best of luck with these. So we got our hopper filled up there. We're gonna get this thing fired up and then get our pork butt on here. We'll be right back. All right, our pork butt's on. I got the probe in here so I can get an internal temperature reading. we're gonna let this thing ride on the smoke setting for probably about an hour, and then I'm gonna bump the temp up here to about 250 is what we're gonna be cooking this at today. Typically, it's about an hour a pound. So finish time, we'll kind of play it by ear, and I'm gonna still debating on wrapping this or letting this ride the whole time unwrapped. So yeah, we'll check back here in an hour, then we'll go ahead and bump our temp up to 250. Alright guys, we're about an hour into our cook. We were running on the smoke setting for the first hour, which is about 180 degrees Fahrenheit. It's about 30 degrees outside. It's winter here in Ohio. We got some good color. We got our probe in so we can get internal temp. What we're going to do is we're going to mist this. I got some apple cider vinegar here. I'm just going to give this a light spray to keep this moist. Now I'm probably going to coat this probably every half hour, roughly. What I'm going to do, I've decided at 165 internal temp, we're then going to wrap this. So we'll check back here in about an hour. Hey guys, I got the pork going here in the Pit Boss. We're going to move inside here in a minute. We're going to start on our batter for the smoked honey cornbread. We'll get the batter mixed, get it into a pan, and we're going to get back here out into the pit and get it cooking. Stick around. Alright guys, for our cornbread, I'm going to go over the ingredients that we're using for a honey smoked cornbread. You're going to need 2 eggs. We're going to start off with 1 cup of milk. I have some whole milk here, so we'll get that filled up to the marker. We're going to be using about roughly 2 tablespoons of honey. There is going to be a full can of sweet corn. We're going to be doing 1 cup of cornmeal. This is the cornbread mix that I chose. That's 15 ounces. We're probably going to be using about half of this. Typically it's half and half of what I'm doing here. So half cornbread mix. And the trick to this, for that moist, sweet, dense, cornbread-like taste and texture, we are using, we just picked up some Betty Crocker yellow cake mix. This is also 15 1/4 ounces. We'll be using about half the bag of this. And then we're going to mix it together, get our batter going into a bowl here. And I'm looking for that thick consistency. So you may have to add a little bit more milk. You may have to add a little bit more dry mix. It all really depends on the consistency. Okay, we're going to get our eggs cracked in the bowl here first. Alright, we got 2 large eggs. You want to get these beat up here. Just like that. Okay. We're going to take our milk. We're going to start off with 1 cup. One cup of whole milk. Then we're going to get this mixed up. We're going to do 1 cup of cornmeal. That's pretty good, like that. Add that in there. We're going to get this mixed up. Alright, I'm going to get this mixed together here, guys. They're going to add half and half of our cornbread mix and our yellow cake mix. And then probably going to add a little bit more milk in here. I'll let you guys know. Okay guys, I've added half of the bag of the yellow
cake mix and half of the bag of the honey cornbread mix. What I'm doing is getting this all incorporated together. I'm trying to get rid of all the clumps here, so we're just gonna get this mixed up. We're gonna add in our can of corn. So we got 1 can of corn. Get that mixed in here. It smells really good. I'm liking the consistency here so far. So after we add our honey, I'm going to adjust our milk and cornbread mix. Quantity. Alright, that looks good. So I'm going to eye this. And so we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of honey. I'm going to get our honey in here, get this mixed up, then we'll be right back. What we'll do is we'll check the consistency, the thickness, if we need to add more milk or more cornbread mix. The yellow cake mix, we'll do so at the time. Alright guys, I got our honey in, got this all mixed up. I ended up adding another half cup of milk and a half cup more of the honey cornbread mix. And now we got a really good consistency here. So I'm liking this. Yeah, this looks good. So we're gonna grease our cake pan, get this batter poured into the pan. Okay. Our batter is all mixed up here. We're gonna get this, we got a grease pan here. You can get any size pan you like. We're gonna get this poured into our pan. And then this is gonna sit in the refrigerator until we're ready to put it on. We got a long cook here with the pork butt on here, so get this poured into our pan, into the refrigerator. And then we'll get it onto the smoker halfway through our cook here with the pork butt. And I'm gonna let this ride the same temperature that the pork butt is at. And when the cornbread finishes, which will be sooner than the pork butt will, then I'll go ahead and pull this off and let this cool. Get this all out of here. Have something close to that there. That's perfect. It's about 1 inch up the pan, so this will rise just a little bit when it's baking in the smoker. Alright guys, we're about 6 hours in, and I got some nice bark going on there. Our cornbread is on. The cornbread's finishing up here. We'll probably pull that off shortly. We're still waiting for us to hit internal temp of 165. Then we're going to wrap this. So we're about 6 hours in. She's about 136 internal, and then we'll check back. All right, guys, we hit internal temp of 165. Look at that bark. That smells so good. All right, guys, we're gonna get this pulled off and wrapped. All right, guys, we're gonna get our pork butt wrapped up here in some foil. Nice and tight. I'm doing 2 layers just in case it goes through. Around.
hard. We're gonna get this back on the smoker, guys. We'll be right back.
All right, guys, she's wrapped in foil, probes in. We're gonna let her ride here until she hits 195, and then we'll pull her off and let her rest. All right, guys, the pulled pork has been pulled off. We pulled it at 196. It's gonna sit here and rest for about half hour to an hour, and then we're gonna pull this apart. We'll be back. Okay, our pork is ready. It's been resting for an hour. We're gonna get this pulled out of the foil here, like so. The juice is just falling out of this thing. We got our bone pulled out here. Pulls out like butter, let me tell you. It's so moist and tender. Man, this smells so good. I can't wait to try some of this. We're gonna get this shredded up here for our pulled pork sandwiches. The pulled pork is falling apart so easily. It's so moist and tender. And the juices that are inside of this smell so amazing. This is gonna make some really good pulled pork sandwiches. I cannot wait to try this. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Everything came out fantastic. Got our pork in the pan here. Our cornbread is nice, moist, and thick with that smoky flavor. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's episode. Please remember to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel. We're going to have more videos coming your way here soon. We are going to be doing a full review on the Pit Boss 1100. We're going to be doing a 1-year review on the Pit Boss, going over ins and outs, pros and cons, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. So please subscribe. You get notifications when that video pops up on the feed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on Backyard Barbecue.